Radio Free 102.3 KJLH. It's the Tammy Mac Show. We're all about black girl magic over here, boo-boo. So you know, right? I had to bring in the ultimate black girl magicness. Grammy Award winner, Billboard icon, and now Black Girls Rock Phenomenal Woman Music Award recipient. I could go on and on about all the awards this lady has, but hey, y'all want to talk to her. So she's in control. No longer a nasty girl, because she's a mother, and yes, she still got it too. That's the title of the new EP, and her single, If You've Been Under a Rock, is Made for Now. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gays and straights, please welcome to the Tammy Mac Show, Janet Jackson. Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Good. Man, Made for Now. Let me tell you something, Janet. Is my new You Go Girl song.
It is?
I play it now as a part of my morning ritual because I love the line, don't stop, because there ain't no ceiling. Mm-hmm. Go up. Mm-hmm. Like, man, chills, right? Just chills. How can you not be motivated to move when you hear lyrics like that? Don't stop. There's no ceiling. Go up. Ah, I love it. So yeah, that's my morning motivation now. Do you have a morning motivation tune that you like?
It's my son's song that he sings.
What does he sing?
He has a few songs that he's made up. It's a rah 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 song that he sings all the time. So that's my thing. To hear him, we were trying to get him to do it yesterday, and he did one. He gave us one rah.
Just one rah.
Rah.
But when he's in the mood, he'll give you a few.
Oh, he gives them quick, or he'll give them slowly.
Is he a singer? Does he have a tune?
He's very musical. Mm. He loves to sing. He actually plays the keyboard.
Are you kidding me?
No, he doesn't bang on it like most babies would. He plays notes, and then he'll play another note, and he'll go back in a rhythm, go back to the other. It's the craziest thing. And the nanny recorded it. And I couldn't believe it when I saw it.
So do you think he's playing from ear, like from something he heard? Or do you just think it's a natural gift?
I think he's just making it up, honestly. And I do think he loves music. He loves the drums.
Every kid loves the drums. Do the drums get on your nerves?
No, he doesn't have a drum set. He doesn't have a drum set. He's only a year and 7 months.
Well, then you know what you have to get him for his birthday or Christmas, or just because he likes the drums.
Well, he's got one. Quest Love is giving him a drum set. So.
Oh, how cool is that?
Yeah.
Drum sets from Questlove. What a life. Speaking of, let me ask you this question. Now, regular people who are not icons, Janet, we're always asked stuff like, what would you do if you had $1 million? Or what would you do if you were a superstar? So my question to you is, what would you do if you were a regular person? Like, what would you do that you can't do now because you're Janet Jackson?
That's a good question. No one's ever asked me that. What would I do that entertainers can do everything. They can do anything. If they tell you they can't, that's bull crap. It's just a matter of where you do it, how you do it, how you go about doing it. But we can do it just like you guys. Just like people
I don't know, Janet, if you can go on a nude beach. I don't know if you could do that.
Of course you could. Now, you could go. It's a matter of, do you really want to go on a nude beach and get photographed? But you could go.
So you're Made for Now, the new single, which the video has gone viral. We'll talk about that later. It's produced by one of my boys, Harmony Samuels.
Yes, Harmony and Jimmy and Terry did the vocals with myself.
Yeah. So I understand that your big brother, Randy, has some input in some of your music or whatever, and he was kind of there when you were recording?
No, he wasn't there when I was recording it. He actually... he listened to the track, and he thought it would be interesting to put a guitar on it, which I thought was great because it made it feel a little bit more island-like.
Oh.
Yeah.
What is it about the islands that you like?
Everything. Honestly, it is. I'm a very much so a water person. I love the ocean, so I love going to the islands or being on the beach whenever I can.
And do you swim in the ocean? Do you boat in the ocean? Do you fish? Like, what oceanic things do you do?
I love to be on the boat. I don't fish though. I used to fish as a kid. I haven't gone fishing in a good while, but I love to just be on the boat, relaxing, or I guess making sure everyone else is okay, being a hostess.
See, I'm from the South, Janet, and when we fish or crab, have you ever been crabbing before? Like where you go and catch crabs?
Once. Years, I was a kid in Lake Tahoe.
Oh.
My family, we used to go to Lake Tahoe every year and we'd perform there. So we'd rent this huge house. And Chef Jean-Claude, Randy and I, we used to catch the crabs for him to cook.
And how did you catch them?
You know, I can't remember. I can't remember.
I was going to say, I'm from the South, and so when we fish or crab, we would take a piece of chicken, wrap it around a string, and throw it in the water, and then pull it in. Yeah.
I can't remember how we used to do it, but we used to have a ton of crabs, and he used to cook them. And I couldn't eat them because I'd hear them clawing on the side. I hated that.
You still hate crabs? Do you eat them now?
No, I eat them. I just couldn't eat those crabs.
Oh, now you couldn't eat the ones you caught.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't eat those crabs.
And you're still working with the legends Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Yeah.
I mean, how does that work? What makes you keep going back to their musical genius?
We're family, and we have a bond, a special bond, and we will always be connected.
Made for Now, Daddy Yankee featured on the new single. Yes, a throwback and musical hit maker himself. So it's nice to hear him on the song. You did something with Daddy Yankee, I believe it was. If I'm not mistaken, it was with Daddy Yankee. I saw it on your Instagram. You took public transportation for the first time?
Yeah, it was my first time taking the subway, the subway.
So had you ever been on any type of public transportation, or was it just your first time on the subway?
It was my first time on the subway. My friend Lynette, she lives down this way now. She lived in South Central when we were kids, and we used to take the bus to the movies.
Shouts out, Lynette. I gotta give Lynette a shout out because she listening. Is she still here? Right?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. Okay.
She probably is listening with her crazy self.
You are indisputably a legend. Hits for ages, honey. Hits for ages. We lost a legend. And it wasn't until Aretha Franklin passed away that I realized how many hits she gave the world.
Yeah.
Because people were playing her music. Do you have any personal memories or experiences with the Queen of Soul?
She used to live down the street from us when I was a kid. And
Here in L.A.?
Yeah. Yeah,
really?
Yes. And
so you used to egg her house, toilet paper her house?
No, but we used to be friends with their children. We would play, so they'd come over our house, or we'd go over theirs. And I remember one day she answering. I don't know why I remember this one day in particular, because that's when she had the reddish brownish hair.
That honey blonde.
Yes, and she had on a white skirt, midriff top, and she answered the door, and I thought, my goodness. That's Aretha Franklin. That's misrespect.
Aretha Franklin had on a midriff.
Yes, she did. She was very, very small.
Yes.
Yes.
Back in her day, she was definitely small and looking good and fierce.
Very petite.
Your favorite Aretha song?
I love Respect. A Natural Woman. This is not just one.
Yes.
There's a few.
I was listening to satellite radio, the devil for a radio DJ, but I was listening to satellite. They did Rhythm Nation Weekend with Janet Jackson. So I got to hear a lot of your songs, but I also got to hear you talk about a lot of your inspirations.
Yes.
And Ella Fitzgerald was one of your inspirations. Mm-hmm. Can you talk about what is it about Ella Fitzgerald that inspires you?
I love her voice. She was actually a friend of my mother's. And I didn't know that. She and my mother were friends before she passed. I love her voice. I just thought it was so special and so beautiful in her story. Just entering a contest, a talent contest, and getting up and singing. She really wanted to be a dancer. And the next thing she knows, she was with the Chick Webb band.
Yeah.
And that's how she got started. And he fell in love with her voice. She was this young girl, just hanging out and going to this show, and said, okay, I'll enter this contest. I really want to dance, but I'm just going to sing and see what happens for these people. And that's how it all kind of started for her. But I think she has an incredible voice. It's just so different.
Yeah.
And it makes me feel good. It lifts my spirits.
I think that's what your voice does for most of your fans. I'm a fan, so of course that's what your voice does for me. It lifts your spirit. And when I get in the mood, you got those songs that lift some other things. So we can't deny that. But you're talking about Ella Fitzgerald, and I'm sitting here watching you talk about her, and you're obviously from a totally generation, and it made me think of something about today's artist. And I'm tripping because I'm like, Janet Jackson has all of this historical knowledge about Ella Fitzgerald. Do you believe that today's artists that are up and coming live and thrive and respect that historical knowledge of the songstresses or artists that come before them?
I do. I don't think necessarily maybe all of them. I mean, it's just natural.
Right.
It's just that's going to happen. But I do believe that the majority of them do know, and I think I hear there's been drama here and there from some of the younger generation with the iconic artists. Just how they have these little beefs and things, which I wish they wouldn't. But it's what's going on in I guess a part of social media and music right now. But I think a lot of them, they do have that knowledge, and there's some respect there. There might be a little drama here and there, but there's respect, and I think as they get older, it will become even stronger.
Yeah. The video Made for Now, because that's why you're here. You've got a single out. It's called Made for Now. The video, oh my goodness. The colors, the Afro beats, everything about it. It puts me in the mind of the Together Again video in terms of the colors and Africa. Yeah. And then it also puts me in the mind of When I Think of You video in terms of the street party that's happening all along the way. Speaking of
that's true.
Am I a fan or not? Well, speaking of When I Think of You, though, I did want to ask you this now that I'm talking about that song. The camera, was that just one camera all the way through that video?
One take?
Yeah.
No, but there were very long takes. There were places where we cut, but they were very long takes.
Yeah, it seemed like that had to have been a very long rehearsal process for that video, because it seems like just one camera moved and followed you through the whole thing. But it's good to know there were a few takes. And
yes, Julian Temple, you can hear my stomach, forgive me. Julian Temple directed it. He did, what's the movie? Oh, I can't even think.
Oh, I know too.
It just left my mind.
Oh, I know too. That's all right. That's why we got Google. Julian Temple. I know exactly who you're talking about.
English director. And that's where I got the idea from, because I actually saw it in the movie and found out who the director of the film was. So I asked him to direct. He had a small opening scene that felt exactly like When I Think of You. And I thought, what a great video this would make. So I called him up and he said sure, he would love to recreate that for the song.
Yeah, and it absolutely made for a great video. I don't think people realize the fantasticness of the photography of your videos. It's just fantastic. And so I digress back to Made for Now video, which talk about the video, like how it's a party in the streets. It seems like the production of it was created as a motherland smorgasbord of Afro beats, because you hear the drums and you also hear the guitar that you talked about Randy wanted to include into the music. But it's literally a trip and an ode to Africa, it seems like.
It's well, especially coming from Harmony, his background is Nigerian, so you have that Afro feel in it for sure. It's definitely there. Then there's the Afro-Cuban, which is, not Afro-Cuban, I'm sorry, Afro-Caribbean feel to it, and then there's the Latin from Daddy Yankee and what he brought to the song, and it's a nice mixture. I mean, when you really all at the end of the day, you want to break it down, it all stems from Africa, all of it. So, but it's a nice feel, a really nice feel.
Why is it important for you as an artist to take us home to the motherland, and what makes you comfortable with experimenting with things that aren't hip, trendy, but making us see other things in music?
I think growing up with so many brothers and sisters and listening to an eclectic body of music, from classical to jazz to rock, everything, honestly, everything, and that filtering into your writing, into what you create, and then having your own personal loves, and creating that, bringing that to a lot of the albums that I did in the past, and wanting to do something a little different, but still staying true to myself, bringing music together that I love, and creating something different for me.
I know we're talking about the single Made for Now, but there's an EP, She Still Got It. Am I right on that or no?
Well, it's something that'll come in the fall, whether it's an album or an EP, or I'm still figuring out exactly, or if it's another single, we're still figuring out what's going to really happen, but it's work in progress.
So I hear that you want it to be all about love, unity, the world coming together, because we are in an interesting time today. So why do you think we need love and unity more than ever right now?
It's when I think about what's going on in the world, it's really difficult. It's tough. It's disheartening, and I think everyone could use a bit of a break. And what we can always use is love, and obviously God being first, and keeping that close to the heart, and love, spreading that, and that's what we need more of. And if we had a little bit more of that, or a lot of bit more of that, we wouldn't be in some of the situations that we're into today, I do believe.
So I can't let you get out of here without saying, I used to hate on you so much.
Why?
Back in the day, Janet Jackson. Because you stole my boyfriend, Willis, as Charlene. Look how she was looking at me. Like, I stole your boyfriend. You looked really guilty, I want you to know, when I said that. So that means that you have stolen some boyfriends in your past, sister girl.
No.
You have stolen some boyfriends.
No. You were in love with Todd.
I was in love with Todd Bridges. He was a teenage heartthrob. Was he your first kiss ever?
No.
Who was?
Ever? Ralph Carter. On Good Times.
But hold on. I want to wait. Hold. I want to differentiate what we're talking about here. Was he your first kiss on the show, or your first kiss in real life?
In real life.
You kissed Ralph Carter?
Well, he kissed me, but I think it was innocent.
Was it some tongue in there?
No.
Okay, because that'll tell if it's innocent or not.
But it was my first kiss on the lips from someone.
Ever?
Yeah.
Wow. But you said you think it was innocent. Was it on the cheek or on the lip?
It was on the lips.
Oh, okay.
I do think it was innocent, though. I mean,
did you have any? Well, I know it's a long time ago, but did anything pop up? No. Like, did any goosebumps pop up when he kissed you?
So that's what you're talking about for me, that first kiss?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It's horrible. I forgot his name. That's bad. I was a kid, though. I was young, but it was before Todd.
It was before Todd, and it was okay. So was that kiss before Ralph or after Ralph?
After Ralph.
Okay, after Ralph. Speaking of Ralph Carter, a Good Times reboot is being shopped around. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I keep seeing stuff about a Good Times reboot. Is that a good idea or a bad idea?
There's something to be said. I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but there's always something to be said about the original of whatever it may be. And please, I'm not hating on them at all, but it'll never be that, because you have Janae Dubois, you have Jimmy Walker, you have Ralph, you have Bernadette. I just saw Bernadette, a month ago, or a little less than a month ago, and you had Esther Roll, and the father,
John Amos.
Yeah.
Who we forgetting? Because I know them all. Who we forgetting? Who? Booger?
Yes. And why am I? His daughter Sharon. Why can't? This is horrible.
Oh yeah. That's all right. It'll come to us both. We're gonna get Bookman's name.
This is horrible. This is horrible.
No, sometimes you get brain farts, Janet. You know, we're human. Sometimes we forget. We forget. Do you remember that audition at all, or did you have to audition?
I did have to audition.
You did?
Yeah, and I do. I remember I auditioned with Norman Lear, and he wanted to do an improv that he was my father. I got him a tie for his birthday, and he hated the tie, and that's where we started. And it got emotional for me, and that's when he said, okay. And I began to cry during the audition. And as I was walking down the hall, they told me that I could have the part if I wanted it. So that was it, really.
Wow. Johnny Brown.
That's it.
I got you.
Johnny Brown.
Johnny Brown.
Thank you. And he's so sweet. So sweet.
Yeah.
But once again, not hating on if they do create it, that would be awesome. But there's still something to be said about the original cast.
You had Janet Dubois in one of your videos.
Yes, in Control.
Yeah, Control.
Yeah.
What is it that you remember, I guess, what's been the happiest time of your life? At what part of your life do you feel like you were the happiest?
Well, my baby makes me the happiest, honestly. Being with him, that moment being with him makes me the happiest.
Anything changed since motherhood for you?
A lot has changed. I mean, I'm seeing things through my baby's eyes, I guess you could say, and discovering with him and watching him discover, it excites me.
Because I talked about in your intro, I say she's no longer a nasty girl. She's a mother now. Does it affect the kind of music you make having a child?
Have I made any of those songs that you like? Is that what you're asking me? I haven't made any.
Rope burn?
Yeah, I haven't made any yet. I don't know if I will, and I don't know if I won't. But I haven't made any yet.
No.
But yeah.
But the nasty Janet somewhere up in there, just brewing to come out once. Okay. As long as we can get that, maybe we're good. We're good anyway. Made for Now. I do believe that it's a song that does represent unity. It represents coming together. But like I said, for me, it inspires me. It encourages me. And it lifts me up. And I do love those lines. I have a couple of tweets here from some people on Twitter. At Robert Lamar, 26, says, when will you do a duet with Beyonce?
We've never talked about it.
Oh, okay.
And he says it as if we've talked about it. We've never spoken about it.
Is there a possibility or interest, or maybe not?
Not that there's not a possibility. Like I said, we've never brought it up.
But you know her, right?
I first met her when she was 16. We run into each other from time to time.
Tony Womack says, I think we just talked about this. He says, what do you love about motherhood? You kind of hit on that for Tony.
Yeah, like I said, I just discovering. new things with my son, and he's so sweet, such a beautiful baby, and I thank God for him.
Do you sleep in bed with him? Like, do you watch him as he sleeps? And
yeah, all the things that moms do, that's definitely me.
So here's an interesting question, Janet. At Where is Calandra? Did you really have your ribs taken out?
No, that's a lie. I don't even know if that's doable. They might be able to do it now, but I know that's an old...
it's an old wise tale about Janet Jackson.
It's no, I never did.
It would seem like if you had taken your ribs out, you couldn't dance like you dance.
Yeah,
right?
that seems like that would be incredibly painful.
And
but
impossible, because how do you walk around with no ribs? Like, how do you even walk with, you have to have ribs.
That was the first time I think I lost a great deal of weight, and I did the Janet album cover.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just lost weight, and I showed my midriff, but there were other artists that had lost weight and got in shape, but yet they did it by working out, but I had to do it by taking a rib out. So
I loved your body on, not that I don't love it now, I loved your body on Son of a Gun with Missy Elliott.
Oh,
you remember that video?
Yes.
Like, do you remember that time period in your musical career?
Yes.
Like, what was going on then?
Yes.
Because you're like, chick, you had, like, them abs was killing me.
Yes, I was going through a divorce.
Oh, my bad.
No.
Attention, ladies, if you want to get the abs.
Go through a divorce.
That's what you do. That's what you do if you want to get the abs, ladies.
No, it was just really, I had made a decision, a choice that I wanted to work out and get in serious shape. And so I did that.
So I just have to say thank you. I would love to continue talking to you, but I get nervous because I'm like, when they going to stop me? I don't want to stop me. I got 1,000 questions to ask Janet Jackson.
I like your shirt.
Thank you. I'm a part of the Rhythm Nation, baby.
I like your shirt.
I will take it off and give it to you. Not that you don't have enough Rhythm Nation stuff already. I do want to mention this. I have a listener who calls on the request line all the time. I'm going to put him on blast, okay?
Yes.
He says that I don't know, I think I'm going to say his name too. His name is Tyrone. I'm putting you on blast because you were supposed to bring me some paraphernalia from the Jackson 5 Victory Tour. Now, Tyrone says that he was a bodyguard for the Jacksons and for you while you've been on tour.
I'm the worst person to ask because I'm not good. I'm not good with names, but I don't remember a Tyrone.
Okay. Well, Tyrone, he doesn't have a bodyguard build. Tyrone looks thinner than Joey.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he real thin. He's skinny. He real skinny, light skin. You know, them light-skinned brothers can't protect nobody. It's like, I'm just kidding. You want somebody to protect you, you get you a dark-skinned security guard with some meat on him. I was just trying to figure out if I was ever going to get my victory jacket from Tyrone, and it sounds like I'm probably not.
Tyrone. I don't remember a Tyrone.
Okay.
But that's just me, though. Maybe...
The single is out now. You can download it on iTunes this very minute. iTunes, right?
Yes.
Made for now. Janet Jackson, thank you for being in my presence.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being on the Tammy Mack Show. I have to say, I just got this show solo. I've been working at KJLH for quite some time. So for you to be one of my first artists, I'm dying inside.
That's very sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
What an honor. Don't stop, because there ain't no ceiling. Go up. Janet Jackson, everybody.